Little do people know, there's actually both a light side and a dark side to the use of credit cards. Credit cards have to be one of the most fascinating inventions in the financial world. I mean, isn't it absolutely incredible that we can walk into almost any store and buy almost anything we could possibly want with just a little piece of plastic? Fascinating indeed, but also quite problematic. The fact that credit cards are so easily used means that they're also easily abused, which has led to many financial speakers to want them destroyed.
Credit
card.
Well, this vlog is all about why I hate credit cards.
Why use gross paper covered with pictures of dead guys when you can use my square piece of dinosaur carcass with numbers on it?
The credit card is the cigarette of the financial world.
I can completely understand the motivation. I know that being in debt is challenging and that credit cards can encourage you to live beyond your means. But maybe isn't it a bit overboard or maybe even a little bit problematic to suggest that we shouldn't use credit cards at all? Today, I'm here to tell a side of the story you may not have heard before. And that's how I was able to make about $571 using my credit card in the past year without paying a single dime in interest or fees. To understand how this was possible and how you could potentially have your own similar experience, I'd like to return to our Sith and our Jedi and talk about both the light side and the dark side of credit card use. As you may know from first-hand experience, credit cards definitely have a dark side. That's because they can encourage us to live beyond our means and go into debt. Examples of this would include buying more things on credit than you actually have money in the bank to afford, increased unnecessary consumer spending, as well as carrying a credit card balance month to month, which will charge you interest. And this interest is the worst of the worst. Credit card interest can be upwards of 20%, which means that your debt can double in about just 4 years. So we want to avoid this dark side of credit card use as much as we possibly can. Just like the dark side of the Force gives the Sith power, it's not true power. It's a false power that destroys their soul over time, just like credit card debt will destroy us. Instead, what we should seek to do is walk in the light with the Jedi. Credit cards have very many positive aspects to them that can benefit your financial life immensely when used responsibly. Emphasis on used responsibly. These benefits include perks like cashback, reward points, and travel points, as well as the ability to build a strong credit score, consumer protection against fraud or disputed charges, an easy way to track and consolidate spending, and a slight return on your money because you're essentially getting an interest-free loan for 1 month when you pay off your balance every month in full and on time. To illustrate what I mean by that last part, the return on your money part, let me show you. First of all, pretty much all credit cards have something called an interest-free grace period. This grace period usually lasts a minimum of about 21 days or so, but it can be different depending on your card, so make sure to check yours. Now let's say I pay for car insurance every single month on my credit card. We'll say this is about $200. Because I paid for this on my credit card, it means that I get to keep $200 in the bank. Now here's the interesting part. I can use that $200 in the meantime to earn me money. To keep things simple and low risk, one of the easiest things I can do is keep that $200 in a high interest savings account, which means that not only am I getting a return on that $200, but I'm also not going to have to pay interest on the $200 credit card purchase because of the interest-free grace period you get every month. But of course, after that grace period is over, I would have to take the $200 and pay off the credit card. But the end result is I get a free, small return on my money just like that. Kinda cool. Now, of course, the return you're gonna get on your money from keeping it in a high interest savings account for 1 month is going to be very small. But I just wanted to provide an easy example to begin to think about that way of how credit cards can be beneficial. And this is kind of similar to how businesses will actually use debt to kind of finance themselves and grow their wealth. Now, that's just the tip of the iceberg. But I want to emphasize here that we don't want to do anything crazy like invest money in the stock market that we otherwise need to pay off our credit cards. We don't want to expose that money to risk. So don't be taking this return on your money idea too far, or I think you'll be a Sith Lord in no time. The real power, in my opinion anyway, of using a credit card responsibly is to be able to earn cashback and reward points. This is how I was able to make about $571 in the past year using just 2 different credit cards. One of these cards was a cashback card and the other is actually a grocery rewards card. By simply choosing to pay with these 2 credit cards instead of using something like a debit card or cash, I was able to actually earn free money. And yes, this money was fully free because I didn't have to pay any fees on the credit cards that I had, and I also didn't have to pay any interest, and that's because I always made sure to pay off my balance on time and in full every single month like I always do. Now, the secret to really maximizing the rewards that you can pull from credit cards is something very important: the welcome bonus. Oftentimes, credit cards will have a special promotion called a welcome bonus, where they will offer you some type of attractive reward to sign up for the card. Before I explain welcome bonuses further, I just want to point out something very important. These welcome bonuses are 100% designed to attract you to opening up a credit card. You can kind of imagine it like credit card companies are fishing for you, and they're putting a nice big juicy bait on the hook for you to bite. The reason they do this, the reason they offer such amazing welcome bonuses is because most people don't use their credit cards responsibly, which means that although they're giving this person a bunch of free stuff to sign up, most likely the credit card companies will make their money back and then some, because they'll earn interest off of people carrying credit card debt from buying things that they can't afford. So here's the deal. We want to be the smart fish. We don't want to be the dumb fish. So what we want to do is we want to swim up to that hook and we want to take that nice juicy bait but then swim away with it. We don't want to get stuck on the hook for a missed or late payment and therefore have to pay interest. We want to just take that bait for all it's worth and then run away with it. So this means making sure you use your credit card responsibly. Don't spend more money than you actually have. Just use this credit card like you would your debit card. For me, my welcome bonus earned me about $250 in cash back in the first 3 months of using my card, and then another $221 over the rest of the year. That's because it had a promotion where for the first 3 months of using the card, you earned 10% cash back on all purchases up to $2,500. Yep, 10% cash back. Pretty crazy. For my other card, they gave me 100,000 points to open the card to make my first purchase on it. These points can be used at a large grocery store chain where 1,000 points equals $1. So effectively, I earned a free $100 just for opening the card. I can honestly say that this was some of the easiest money I have ever made. Now, the moral of the story here is that credit cards are a tool, and just like any tool in life, if we use it responsibly, we can get rewarded very handsomely for it. Now, to be honest with you guys, I'm a little bit nervous about this video getting a lot of views, and that's because I feel as though credit card companies aren't going to like it very much that I'm sharing this type of information with you. And that's because credit card companies want to make money off of you. They don't want it to be the other way around where you're making money off of them. But for me personally, I want you to be able to turn the tables. I want you to be the one making money off the credit card companies. I want you to be able to sit across the table like Michael Scott.
Well. How the turntables...
Now, I still need to make a few important points that I haven't talked about yet, and I'll also reveal the exact credit cards I used for those of you who are curious. The first thing is that opening a new credit card may cause a hard inquiry to be done on your credit score. A hard inquiry is when a bank or financial institution pulls your credit report and all the details associated with it. There's a chance that this may slightly impact your credit score negatively. A hard inquiry is not always done when opening a new card. It depends on the bank. Also, one hard inquiry most likely won't hurt your score very much or at all. The main thing to be aware of is trying to open several new credit cards at once. Too many hard inquiries in a short period of time will hurt your score. The second thing to be aware of is that although some credit cards may have a nice welcome bonus, they may also have an annual fee. So make sure that you check this annual fee so that you can compare it against the rewards that you're getting to make sure that the rewards will actually outweigh this fee. If they don't, then maybe that's not the best card to open. And so these are the exact credit cards that I used to make that $571. Now, before I show them, I just want to say that whether you're watching this from Canada or the United States or some other country, it's important to note that there will be many great credit cards out there. So if you're not watching from my particular country and you don't have access to these exact credit cards, there's lots of good ones out there with really great welcome bonuses. You'll just have to kind of look around and see what ones might be a good fit for you. So my main cashback card was the TD Cashback Visa Infinite card. As of the recording, it looks like they still have a similar welcome bonus going on right now that I got when I signed up. This card does have an annual fee of $120, but the first year this fee is waived. So just keep in mind that once the first year's up, you'll get charged this fee, but you could always cancel the card before that. The second card is the PC Financial World Elite MasterCard. As of this recording, they still have the 100,000 point sign up bonus going until October 2nd. I'll put links down in the description below if you want to check this out. I like this one a lot personally because there's no annual fee and you earn a pretty decent point rate when you spend money on groceries. So all in all, guys, if you use your credit card responsibly, you can literally earn free money. Let's be credit card Jedis, not credit card Siths. Let's take that bait off the hook and run away with it. Let's make money off the credit card companies and not the other way around. I'm more than happy to share this type of information with you guys. All that I would ask is that you use it the right way. Credit cards are a tool. And just like any tool in life, whether it's a hammer, whether it's a car, whether it's the computer or phone that you're watching this on, tools are neutral in and of themselves. They're neither bad or good. It's what we do with them that counts. So now the information has been relayed, the tool is in your hands, and now what will you do with it? The choice is yours, my young Padawan.